Yeah. Okay. Hello, everybody. Today on Laser Talk, we're going to talk about lasers. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Internet. It's Walker and Scott at Full Spectrum Laser, and welcome to Laser Talk Live.
Woohoo! Live.
We're talking, wine and spirits
Today,
right?
it's that time of the season where everyone's boozing it up because the relatives are coming into town, right?
You got to do it.
So we're talking about how to create wine and spirit-related laser engraved gifts for people.
Yes.
It's gonna be really nice. And then we're also gonna cover just what you can do, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about some of the considerations when engraving and giving gifts of alcohol. There's a few non-laser related things. Yeah, there's a few rules and stuff. And then we're going to just mention a little bit some new resources we have coming for changing out your lenses. We'll talk about that. And then we'll get to our usuals, our contest winner, and our questions of the week. So let's get going.
A breakdown.
That's it. So let's start with our introduction to wine and spirits.
All right.
So very popular gift to give away, and lots of different ways that you can package these things.
You can package them, you can engrave them, you can do all kinds of stuff.
So you can engrave the bottle, and you can create really cool little boxes and gift packages around the bottle and the glasses.
Make it look more special than just handing over a bottle, right?
That's right.
I mean, my buddies would love that. That's okay. That's completely okay. But having some sort of more special surrounding, to present it, it's always better. So.
It's that season for overdoing everything. So,
yes.
And that's what we do here. So let's take a look at what you've done.
So you could have a wine holder that looks like a penguin.
Yes, you can.
This thing.
So you've got the kangaroo wine in there too. So
this thing is incredibly difficult because it is living hinge. Now people love living hinges. I do not.
Now you can program this stuff yourself, but you can also get
this one's for free. You can download this one,
right?
And you can take this same design and make a simple one. I don't like living hinges because they take a long time and they're very delicate.
They're delicate. This is to be given as a gift, and then it's not.
This is like a wrapping, right?
You're right.
Like that will probably not make it. But we engraved this last week, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
go check it out right here.
And you take a look really close. Up.
It's up there.
Up.
It's up there, Scott.
I have bad angles. There's our engraving.
We put our logo on there.
Yeah.
And you can do the the glasses.
The glass
themselves.
too. Not quite on camera.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, there we go.
You can't quite see it because it's clear and stuff.
Yeah, and you can always mask this and paint it with some epoxy paint or even spray paint if it doesn't need to last very long.
And if you have friends that don't drink alcohol, you can always go with the tumbler route and stuff. We've done numerous tumblers here.
Yeah. I like this guy just because of the color.
You got the Go Blue.
It's very shiny.
Shout out to Nick there. Yeah. Michigan. Always nice. And I almost dropped the glass on the table. And then the metal. You guys have been playing with the fiber quite a bit. Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
You've been playing with the fiber laser quite a bit, doing some new stuff.
Yeah, we did fiber, but that one's Surmarked.
This one is Surmarked. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather go fiber.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of what our inspirations out there, and see what other people are doing in the wine and spirit sort of motif.
We've got some great examples.
So that's like the wine glass that we did. They did a really nice job on that.
Yeah, that's extremely clean.
Yeah. So you can put your monogram, your wine glass. You can take wines, which is fancy boy enough, and really fancy it up.
Yeah, you can do this for a wedding.
Yep.
All kinds of stuff.
Pinky's out.
Pinky's out.
All right, what do we got next?
Indeed. And then Ashley with
her. All right, so if you want to. Yeah, if you want, I think that's for
cognac, right?
Cognac or bourbon or something like that. Yeah. So whatever your poison.
I thought you knew more about alcohol.
Not as much as I used to. Should have asked me back in college.
All right.
So here's an example of a box that you can make.
You can make the box or just they actually have boxes for these that you can just engrave on top of. Keep it real easy.
Yeah. Yep. No carpenter skills necessary. Right?
And this has living hinge, but I think this one's really cool because it looks like a book.
Right, and you have a space for your wine glass to go in there also.
Yeah, and accessory, I'm guessing.
A cork screw
Oh,
or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. Yep. So
I really like this. With living hinges, I like to add like a layer. So like, let's say I would add a layer of leather around this, so it kind of gives it more
Nice.
of a hold to last a little bit longer.
now, if you paint the living hinge, it's gonna crack a little bit as it opens and back and forth.
Yeah,
a little
definitely.
Bit. Yeah. It looks really nice with the stain though.
Yes, it does.
So here's a whole gift box here. They've got a couple glasses that come with this. The shot glasses. I think that's for
Yeah,
vodka.
the vodka and the shot glasses are nice, and then you can do the bottle and the shot glasses.
Now
With
you're going to
that
do something
rotary?
like that. We're going to do something like that this week in the
That
cut.
will be the project we do this week, and I'll be with Megan.
Oh, on Laser Lab.
Yeah, and Megan's so excited.
She's going to wear the lab coat this time.
Yes.
So we'll keep you guessing what that's going to look like. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. I didn't mean that to come out like that, Megan.
It sounded so nice.
Anyway, we've got the whiskey decanter here with some whiskey glasses also.
So there's a lot of glass,
Yeah.
a lot of etching glass.
So the decanter is something that you can buy without the alcohol,
Uh-huh.
and they'll have to fill it up themselves.
Decanter's like back when it used to be like you put the alcohol in there, right?
Yeah.
And save it for later. Like
It's
kind of
more
old school, right?
I mean, for like wines, I think decanters help wines breathe and stuff. I'm not a big connoisseur in wines,
Yeah.
but for hard alcohol, I think it's just for show. I don't think there's any real effect to the alcohol with that, but it's a nice display, especially if you drink cheap wine or cheap whiskey, and you
Yeah.
want everyone to think it's really nice whiskey.
Oh, yeah, you
you
put
put
it
it in
in
a
there?
decanter. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
especially a
little
custom one.
laser cut decanter. That's making that Scoresby
How
sound
many
really
we
good.
talking?
So,
Oh, we have lots of hellos.
oh, who we got out there saying hello to us?
Jim Robinson, what's up, man?
Jim,
John and
Jeanette?
Maureen. Yeah, it's got to be Jeanette.
of course. Hi, Jeanette.
She
Hi,
is
John.
there. Maureen. And I can't see
Yep.
because of the little pop-up. There we go.
Okay. All right, and so
Awesome.
for our next thing, we also have a flask.
Oh, flask,
You know,
yes.
for the alcoholics in your life that don't want to announce it, you've got
Yeah,
well,
the
I'm
pocket
kidding.
alcoholics.
But that's a great groomsman gift, as you can see.
Yeah, that, and then they have ones with leather too. So if you don't
Mhm.
want to do Surmark, you can just do the leather on top of the flask, and you can buy those in mass, quantities.
I think flasks are like tattoos. They're mainstream these days.
They're mainstream. I don't. My buddy used to have just like little bags, shot bags.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really weird.
I suppose you could. You've seen I think they're Boda bags, or they're like the wine bags that are like,
The box wine?
no, they're like little leather sacks, really, and
Oh,
stuff.
okay, yeah.
Those are good for engraving and specializing, too.
Yeah, that's like the Renaissance guys have those, right?
Anything you can put spirits into, you can laser engrave.
I actually just learned what spirits was. I feel completely out of the loop.
Really? Did you
Yeah.
think they were like the Ghost of Christmas Past and
So
stuff like that?
I had no idea. That's what like people. One of my buddies said spirits. He's like from back east, and I was like, what? Like I needed the context clues to understand.
Yeah, you're
I
going
never heard that before.
Old world.
But then you see it everywhere, right?
Yeah.
After you just learned something.
Yep. It just covers everything.
I just make myself look stupid all the time.
No, you just look young.
Okay.
Ignorant. There's a difference
Ignorant.
between
There we
stupid
go.
and ignorant. So.
That's good. We're talking alcohol.
Okay, so let's go into our next segment here at something we call alcohol considerations.
There's a lot of alcohol considerations.
All right, what's up first? What do we
I
got
would say
first?
don't drink and drive.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's number one.
Keep that in mind this season as you're giving gifts and stuff. But I was thinking of so-called taste concerns. Now,
Okay.
we've laser cut food before, and
Mhm.
the laser reacts directly sometimes with the sugars, like on cookies and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it tastes
And it doesn't give it that
wonderful,
taste.
yeah.
So we've been asked, well, does the laser affect the taste of the wine inside the bottle if you're engraving the bottle?
No.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
It's a little sciencey, but it has to do with the wavelength and the fact that the laser won't penetrate through the glass. It
Yeah.
won't touch the wine. And you can test this by taking kind of like you do test fires and stuff when you align your
Put it
window.
inside of an empty bottle.
Yeah, yeah. Or on the back side of the bottle or something like that. You can put a piece of thermal tape and thermal paper.
Mm-hmm.
Fire that test fire. You'll see it won't darken
Yeah.
the thing at all. And that'll
That's
tell you
good.
that.
I would have never even thought that was possible. But
I
guess
know.
it isn't.
But because I think it's because they might have seen the shows where we talked about food having sometimes being altered and stuff.
I see.
It's a good question. We got a question?
Got a hello from Monica.
Monica.
Don't drink and unpack my new laser. That's very true.
Don't drink and laser, I think is another positive.
Maybe if you have a friend to help you lift it and then have some drinks. Set it up and enjoy your first
make sure
round.
you're monitoring your laser when it's going. You don't fall asleep.
Yeah, no passing out. No passing out.
All right, so taste concerns, so no real concerns at all with that,
No.
right? Okay.
And I would always say when engraving a bottle full of liquid, anything, remember to not vector mark it. Do not vector cut it. I accidentally did that once, and it's awful because the glass cracks.
The glass cracks.
And if you kept going, it would break. It would shatter, and then alcohol everywhere.
So all the considerations for doing glass still stand.
Still stand. You do not vector mark it. And if you have RE3 or RE1 and you're running a raster and vector, just go to the raster tab. And with RE3, remember to turn off the vector.
The vector lines, okay.
Because you do not want to run that.
Good advice. All right, so what's our next consideration? Alignment and focus. So this also has to do with the rotary. So we're often asked, do you have to have a rotary to do a wine bottle?
You don't have to if you're doing a skinny strip, right? But if you want it to wrap around, you obviously need a rotary. And
if you're doing custom, putting their names on it, especially like small amounts of text, you could do that without.
Yeah, you can do it. You would just want to focus kind of around the bend, just slightly, in the middle of top and bottom. And when you're doing the rotary, always just focus to the center and very top, because that's where it is focused, and it's going to stay there as it rotates.
Okay. So we've covered focusing and uneven surfaces and the rotary, and so the last one is sort of unrelated to the laser. It's the license to sell alcohol versus getting gifts. So what you can't do is you can't go to the store and buy wine bottles, engrave them, and then sell them.
Yeah.
Because you need a liquor license to do that.
Yeah, unless you're making it in your license, right? So
if you have license, then that's one thing and stuff. What you can do is you can give away gifts. That's fun stuff. If you want to sell stuff like that, you would have to have people send you the wine. They would buy the wine and send you the case that they want engraved. And then you could charge them for the engraving and just send them their own wine.
There's ways around it.
There are ways around it and stuff. But just remember, you don't want to think, in business terms, I'm going to sell alcohol.
Yeah, you're not going to buy some Jack and then engrave it all and sell it.
Right. So unless you get your liquor license and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, we got a question?
How long would it take engraving a decanter like the one you guys showed? Not long at all. I would say 5 minutes max.
Yeah, it's not doing a lot of surface.
That was a small area. Even at 500 DPI, probably 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So very quick.
Yep.
And lots of considerations with glass. I consider using the rotary and working with glass probably, if you can do it, you're a pro with the laser because it is very sensitive material, and if you do it too much, it starts to flake. If you do it too little, it becomes ghosted. So there's always power testings that need to be done.
Luckily, glass is plentiful and cheap.
Yes.
You can get
Unless
2 bottles
it's
of
full
wine.
Good stuff.
Yes. All right. So we're going to go into our next segment, which we're just going to briefly talk about some questions we've had about focus lenses. So people getting these focus lenses for winning the contest, and other people buying focus lenses for different specialty projects they might have, like detailed cutting or engraving with a 1.5 lens, or deep bowl engravings with a 5.0. So we had some questions about people how to switch out that lens.
Okay. Well, we have done a video on this, and if you want to check it out, it's right here. But just to cover it a little bit more, because we will be putting more information out there, with the Muse, it's very simple. It's just a push out of the lens, because the lens has a special holder that just snaps in and out. That's extremely easy. And if you get the 5-inch lens or the 1.5, then you're going to want to change your nozzle as well.
Right.
And that's just held in with a small set screw with a tiny Allen wrench. And some people won't see it, but it is on there. It's on the edge of that cone.
So we're going to work on some new resources. If people have questions let us know if we get enough questions. We'll usually do a blog or a web page or something like that with lots of illustrations. to help
Yeah, we
people
try
get
to
through it.
cover most
Yeah,
of it.
so look for that. We'll announce that when we got that ready to go. But you can watch the video until then.
Yes. With
So,
the Pro, it's a lot easier. So.
yeah. All right, one of my favorite parts of the show is the weekly contest winner.
Oh, speaking of lenses, yeah.
All right, so this week we've got
Rick Weaver.
Rick Weaver. Woo! Yay! At Laser and Ink Design Company.
That's a great engraving on, what is that, bamboo as well. Bamboo is kind of difficult to get a good
Is that
engraving.
bamboo?
Yeah. You can see the, because it's so, what is it, fibrous that the engraving doesn't like to get even, and that's fairly even. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, you want to put that on a wall. What you don't want to do is engrave a cutting board and then kind of use it as a cutting board.
Put cheese all over it.
Yeah, I mean, it will have indentations in it and some ridges,
Yeah.
and that's
If
where.
you want to use it, probably just a light engraving,
Yeah.
and you're good. That way the cheese won't get in there.
But I would just put that on my wall and have a regular cutting board for.
Rick uses epoxy.
Epoxy? Oh, nice.
Oh, that other one had epoxy. We should do an epoxy project.
We should.
Yeah.
Epoxy fill engraving.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen that on tables and other stuff like that.
I agree.
It's a
If
cool-
you guys
cool
agree,
effect.
let us know.
Yeah, if you want to see something like
You
that.
know those cool videos where they have like 2 pieces of wood and there's an indentation and they fill it with
Yeah.
like the colored, glow-in-the-dark epoxy sometimes?
Yeah.
I want to do a project like that.
It's really cool, like driftwood and stuff like that.
Yes.
Oh man, I like that.
I do like that stuff.
So keep entering the weekly contest, and we don't have any themes going right now. So whatever you're doing on your projects at home, that qualifies to enter you into the weekly contest.
I always like seeing what people make.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Sometimes it's often very hard to choose a winner too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So-
glad it's not my job.
So we got any questions this week coming in from the world?
Yes, we have James from Sioux City is asking, what does current settings do, and what does the current setting do, and under what circumstances would I adjust the current?
So current is along with speed and power.
Yeah, current is the third option. Actually, it's besides passes, it's the actual third power setting option, and that's going to change the actual amount of energy sent while it's you're adjusting your power. And I always adjust it when I want to cut something. A good example that's really delicate and you don't want a charred edge is paper. When you're cutting a piece of paper and you want those edges to be as as less charred as possible.
Mhm.
Less charred, yeah.
Yeah.
Little charred as possible. Then I play with the current. I'll lower that current. Even on a normal cut job, I'll lower the current just to reduce that char.
Is there a time when you might up the current?
Normally, if I don't care about the char, I just leave it at default 100.
Okay. Is that going to have anything to do with the time or speed of your project at all?
No, it doesn't change anything. Speed is what's going to change it.
All right. All right, another question. We've got Ryan in Scottsdale, Arizona. He says, what laser do you recommend for engraving 12 by 12 copper sheets?
Engraving 12 by 12 copper sheets. So it really depends. If the engraving is 12 by 12, then you would have to do it in pieces with the fiber galvo.
You're definitely going to use a fiber laser
Yeah.
or something like that, though.
You would use it unless you wanted to do something like the Ceramark, where it's got the you spray
That'll
it
work
or
on
apply
copper
it.
as well.
Yeah, it works on copper, works on almost all metals. You just have to prep it really well.
Right.
And with Ceramark, it's all about the application of the actual product. And if you guys have any problems using Ceramark, contact them because they know. Most of the time it's not the laser, it's the Ceramark or a little bit of user error when it comes to using Ceramark because it is fairly picky,
Yeah.
finicky.
Yeah. And there's different types of Ceramark. There's the paint on, and there's the.
There's paint on, spray on, tape on.
Yeah.
The tape's good, but it's more expensive. It's smaller pieces. I like the spray. The
Just get a
paint
fiber.
ons, yeah.
Just get a fiber laser.
exactly.
Make it easy on yourself because that stuff's expensive too.
It is expensive. It's for, I think, very special applications. I wouldn't run, Ceramark as a mass production thing.
Right.
ever.
But I hope that answers Ryan's question without knowing what your exact application is.
Yeah.
If he's just thinking about little marks on it and stuff throughout, you could, the fiber FD and FC.
Yeah, if you want to cut it, then get a compact fiber.
Right.
But engraving's a little different.
Right. I think he's definitely talking about engravings. Okay, we've also got Haley in Long Beach, Washington, not California. Says, hey guys, I just received my Muse, but I have never lasered anything before. Where do I start? So a true beginner getting their first hobby laser, that's exciting for me. That's what we live for around here, right? Get
Yeah.
new people into the hobby and stuff.
So I would suggest downloading some projects.
Downloading, so you go to Laser 101.
Yes,
So
yes.
we'll have that link there, as we always
Laser
do.
101, so you can learn. I always forget you need to learn before you start doing a project. I get so excited about the projects. But yes, Laser 101 to learn how to use basic functions and then download a project. Yeah?
Yep. We've got step-by-step lessons on there. We suggest you can start with a blast-off rocket. You can use a panel from your cardboard or your box if you want. Easy project to get going. Start small and grow your skills.
Yeah, we have simple projects all the way up to very complex projects.
And we have lots of videos, so you can go to our YouTube station and channel and see, live videos of how we're doing stuff like that. And always, if you have real questions, watch our live shows, ask a question live, and we will answer your question
Yeah,
live.
we're here, twice a week to answer live
Yep.
questions.
Watch In the Cut, where we do twice a week. We're showing live demonstrations of cuts and stuff from pretty much from start to finish. And then we do Laser Lab, in which we have projects in various places of completion that we kind of go into the details of.
Go into, show them off.
So, and we do requests too. So
Yeah,
you got something
nobody's
to say?
requested in a very long time.
Right. So
If you don't have time for a project and you want me to do it, let us know.
and your quest doesn't have to be something complicated. If you really want to know just something simple like how do I cut out a Christmas tree ornament or something like
Yeah.
that, just a simple vector cut, we can do that. So
we'll go over it with you,
But-
for you.
definitely go to Laser 101. Lots of resources there, including like safety certifications and stuff, which we highly recommend
we
you
have
start with.
certifications, and then we also have the tests, the
Yeah.
power settings test. So for engravings and vector cuts, we have the power setting test.
Yeah, the material test that you can download. So all the resources are there for you to learn step by step, starting at scratch, all the way up to the Laser Whisperer here. Okay.
Well, Monica says engraving rubber tips, as in for rubber stamps. Did I see somewhere on the page a link for materials that are safe to cut for the Muse? Yeah. So Monica, we have many, on our ebook, it will tell you what's safe to cut, what's not safe to cut, if it falls under those, materials. If it's something you don't know what it is, we always say don't cut it.
Don't cut it.
Right.
You can check with the manufacturer or the MSDS Online, which is pretty much the last word in material safety and stuff. So if you don't know, don't risk
Don't
it
cut it,
because especially plastics can have fumes that can damage your lungs, damage your eyes, damage your machinery.
Most importantly, your laser. It might damage your laser.
It might ruin your warranty right away. So,
So
just know.
always double check.
And we do have a blog that has a lot of materials that we definitely do not recommend. So we'll give a link to that too,
Yeah.
of the don't use materials and stuff. But there is rubber made just for lasers, I believe.
Yeah, if you look up laser engravable rubber stamp, you can find it. It's on Amazon. I think they sell a 12 by 12 sheet for like $16.
Yeah.
It's, with rubber, and especially the rubber stamp stuff, you have to clean it. Afterwards, you have to clean it a lot.
Yeah.
It looks really ugly when you first do it. It's all clouded. You can't tell anything's going on. And then you have to clean it with like water and a little brush, and it's good to go.
Okay.
But
And
it does have some.
I think we have a project.
We have a
for
rubber
stamp.
stamp project.
Yeah, so
yes.
you can go there and start there too, and just sort of make sure you're covering your bases.
Yeah, that was Ruben and I. We
That's
covered
right.
that a long time ago. If you want to check out that video, it'll be right here.
All right.
I like doing that.
Okay, so I think we got one more question coming in from Corinne from Vancouver, Canada. Oh, we're out of the country already. At what point do you recommend? What paint do you recommend for glass engravings?
Well, I always say use epoxy paint if you're going to keep it nice and durable. If it doesn't need to be durable, some people use acrylics to fill in paint engravings, but you always will have to mask it because you cannot get depth with a glass engraving.
Right.
So it's creating microfractures, and those microfractures is what shows the fog, that actual white of the glass. It's not going into the glass. Those microfractures can, if you have too much power, break off, and then you'll create depth, but it will be very uneven and not look good.
You done project with glass and paint?
I have a little bit,
Yeah.
but I personally try to avoid glass.
You don't like the glass?
No, because it's all different, and I don't do massive, runs of the same thing all the time. If you're doing that, then great. One power setting test and you're good. But all different glasses kind of react differently.
And there are different kinds of glass. There's soda glass, and there's various different
There's cooking
grades.
glasses, all kinds of different
Yeah,
stuff.
so-
Old glass is different than new glass.
What works best? Does like high-end glass work better than sort of cheap bottle glass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
High-end glass works a little bit better. That cheaper glass tends to microfracture more.
Yeah.
But it's also a lot of times higher quality. It's got more clarity because they've made it, for so long now.
We've got a blog that we'll have coming out here soon. Talks all about glass.
Oh.
Goes with our series of material blogs like wood and acrylic, some of those that are already posted, but we got some new ones. We've got a metal one coming, we've got a fabric one coming, and we've got the glass one coming. So keep a lookout for that stuff also. So
Do it.
anybody else coming in to say hello?
Monica says, eh. A.
A.
Oh,
She said
A. I thought you spelled that A-Y-E.
Take off, eh?
All right.
You don't know.
I'm out of here.
You don't know, man. Take off. All right. Well, we'll just remind everybody to take our online survey.
Yes. Let us know how we're doing. If you like the show, if you like your product, we like to hear the positive stuff.
Yep.
I mean, even if you don't like something, let us know because we will fix it.
Or you can let us know live. Just watch the show and let us
Yeah.
know right here to our faces, and we'll be shamed.
Yeah. You get out of here, Scott.
Be sure to watch In the Cut on Wednesdays and Fridays, 4 o'clock
Yes.
on Facebook, right here.
I'll be doing that this week.
Inside the Laser Lab with special guest.
Megan!
Yay! And
I'm
I'll
excited.
I'll be just like off on the sidelines or something
Yeah,
like that.
just stare at her. It's her first show.
Make sure to enter our weekly contest if you're doing
Yes.
stuff. You might as well
Win a
go for a
lens,
lens.
win $250 off your next purchase.
$1,000 or yep.
Or $1,000 or more.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a small.
the
small
details
orders,
count.
yeah.
Join us on social media, right?
Yes. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Well, if they're watching this, they're on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And then subscribe on YouTube so you can see more of this,
That's awesome.
more information.
That's awesome. Visit our Laser 101 we mentioned today. If you have any questions about how to laser, or want certificates, or want videos of us lasering or things like that, or just a wealth of information.
Yeah. Give us some
Our
ideas.
ebook, yeah. And you got something?
Oh, Miranda. When are you going to do a video on how to remove the laser tube for the Muse? So, Miranda, I believe Support has that video, right?
We do have a video for that, and
And just contact Support. They'll send you that video.
Muse is easy. Muse is a
Very,
real
very
easy.
straightforward.
It's just plug and go, pretty much.
Yes, and I'm
Um,
sorry you have to replace your laser.
It happens.
It
That just
does.
means she's getting a lot of use
Using
out of
it.
it,
Yeah,
making
yeah.
lots of stuff. So you replace that first laser tube. That's kind of an accomplishment. Like you've really got a lot of experience behind you after
Oh, yeah,
that.
you're a pro.
Yeah.
And
You should be by
I
now.
mean, it's the one major consumable on the laser.
Yeah. The instructions are also in your Muse manuals, which you can also get off the website.
It's very straightforward. Don't worry about getting it straight because all you have to do is put it in.
Yeah, the brackets are pretty solid. It pretty much goes in one way. You plug it in. It's a lot easier than some of the older lasers and stuff where you had to do taping and things like that.
Adjustments.
Yeah, so it's really improved. The Muse is really, really user friendly for changing out your.
Yeah, trust
laser.
yourself. If you can look at it and know how it is,
Yeah.
I mean,
And the
Oh, yeah.
the instructions are illustrated
Yeah.
in the manual. And then finally, once again, visit our YouTube page, and you can catch up on old episodes of Laser Talk in the cut and inside the laser lab with yours truly.
Yeah.
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 All right. So, laser enthusiast, hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes, thank you, friends, for watching.
And until next time,
Keep making.
So go ahead.
Hi everyone, like the videos? Subscribe to our channel. Think you like the videos? Keep watching, then subscribe to our channel.